Good evening, everyone. Oh, we stopped that far too early, Roy. We should listen to the end of it. But I know Roy was panicking because it was 2 minutes past 8 and we weren't live on air.
Yeah, we can't be late for our viewers.
Oh, we can't be late for the start of the parade. Sure we can't. Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to the virtual band parade tonight. It is Friday once again. It seems to have been a really, really short week this week, but I suppose because we're on Wednesday night, it just seems it. Tonight, all our tunes have been chosen by marching band videos. James Johnson has chosen all of our clips this evening, so I'm really excited to see all the clips that James has chosen for us. And I've had a wee scoot, run my eye down through his list, and they look really good. I think you'll enjoy them tonight. So we're going to start off, as always, with the bands who should have had their parade this evening. And there was only the one parade that would have been happening this evening, and it was Gorkilly Coronation in Moneymore. So this is them from their own parade in 2018, playing Thine Be the Kingdom. Super there, really, really nice rendition of the hymn. There are so many comments coming through. Normally I try and give a shout out to everyone watching, but my feed has just scrolled and scrolled and scrolled and scrolled, so I've lost the few at the beginning. But just want to give a shout out to Harry in Glasgow, welcome. Kyle Dummigan, Stephen Campbell, also in Glasgow, Robert, who's watching from the ranch in Omagh, to Alan Knox, Trevor, who's in the home of the turf, John, who's on from Bangor, Alexander Hamill, who's also on from Glasgow. Just let me get a few more of these up. Oh my goodness, there's so many. Helen, who's watching in Limavady. David Sheridan's on this evening again. Welcome everyone. Caroline Hughes, Kenny Dummigan, Brian Emerson, William Callahan, Alfreda Freda, Kevin, Anne, who's watching from County Durham, Joel Jackson in sunny Ballykelly. I'm glad it's sunny somewhere. Morris Work, Robert Scott, Michelle Newell, Alistair McKellar, Kenny McAfee, Kenny Scruggy James, Linda, Neely, Susan McCann, Faye Devenant. Yes, of course, Faye, you'll have recognised them. Of course, it was Dunloy playing Aces High there. We finished it far too sharp. Alan Knox is in this evening, Johnny McCann, Jean Kerr, Roger Burgess, Eddie Baird. My goodness, so many. Carl in Clydebank. Oh, Anne and Ronnie, as always, in Port Rush. Samantha in North Belfast. John in Liverpool. Oh, my heavens, there are so many of you guys, and it's lovely to have you. Danny from Bury in Lancashire. We are so, so pleased that you joined us this evening. Otherwise, it would just be me and Roy. Anne Lewins. Is that a troll, Roy? Rip the sash up? Not sure. Whether she means to like play it or what, I don't know. I'm not too sure. Well, hi everyone. Hopefully you've had a good week since we last spoke to you on Wednesday night. Ian Kennedy says, hi Val, we get some show on Wednesday. Best virtual parade yet. some of those Blood and Thunder bands playing has a melody flute band inside them just trying to get out. Yes, we've had a lot of comments about people enjoying the Wednesday night show. Don't get me wrong, I don't know everything. I just did a lot of Googling ahead of time, and even then I wasn't always right. Hi as well to Penny, to John Stevenson, to Mary McKee, to Grant Snedden from Grangemouth, Barry Foster, Darren in North Glasgow, Margaret Carlyle. Yes, I have a little note that I was to give a shout out to John and Margaret Carlyle, who watch, I believe, every week. Thank you for watching with us. Richard Shannon is in the Bootle, Merseyside. Jim Stout, Mandy in Donegal. Right, I'm going to have to stop or else I'll spend the whole night reading my these messages. Hi to Aine Stevenson, Ayrshire there from Alexander Brown. Oh my goodness, there are so many of you. Thank you all. So tonight's clips have chosen...
Valerie, can I just say, do you not mean that I stopped that clip at the start about 2 minutes too late?
No, too short. Too short. Love you.
Two minutes too late.
Especially in the accordion. Love the side. Now, tonight's clips have been chosen by James Johnson. James runs the video channel Marching Bands Videos. He was too shy to come on with us, but hopefully, James, we cover all your tunes for you the way that you wanted them to be, and really, really excited to get through them. So the first tune that James has chosen is by Sergeant White Memorial, and this is them playing at the Portrush Sons of Ulster Parade in 2016. Brilliant. We also had Sergeant White on Wednesday evening from memory. Yeah, they're not a band that I see very often, but I have to say the couple of clips that I've seen on this here, I would definitely watch out for them going forward. They're very, very good. Sorry, they're still playing on my other screen here. But yeah, no, they're very, very good. I could be wrong, but I think that tune was Ticonderoga. Is that how you say it? Faye, keep me right there if that was right or not. I don't think it was. To give a shout out to HH, the best fluter in Balnahinch Prod Boys. Is that fact, or is that, is that going to start a row on here? Kyle wants to know, could you pay upper band Fusiliers? And Courtney's asking if any pink ladies from Glasgow. Funny, that's one that I have on my list that I have to try and find a clip for, Courtney. But tonight's clips have all been chosen by James Johnson, so they're all chosen in advance. I'm just running my eye down. Can't see Andrew upper band Fusiliers on the list at the minute. It could be further down the list, though, so you're just going to have to stay tuned. Robert was up with China today. You were up visiting our China. I haven't seen him yet. If he's in, he's been very quiet. We haven't seen him. I hope you give him plenty of grief, Robert. And you were also
too busy counting his cash.
Sorry?
He's too busy counting his cash.
That's probably what it is. So he also called into the Peppercorn for a delicious belly buster fry. Superb food in the Peppercorn. If anybody is ever in East Belfast, make sure you call in at the Peppercorn Cafe. Fantastic wee place owned by good friends of mine. Anne Lewin says she meant play the sash. That's good. And we have to watch because we get the odd troll on here writing abuse and we just delete them. We don't even bother engaging. Hi to Barbara McConaughey watching there from outside Ballymoney. Ruth McCann, welcome to you as well. Brian says it's Dirty Owl, Dark Evening and Fermanagh. I'm just wondering, is James going to keep you happy tonight, Brian, with some clips from your area? Well, now let me see. Alistair McKellar says it was nice to see the drums watch the uniforms. It was indeed. Match. No, it's not what I said. Did I say that? Yeah. Trying to read and speak at the same time, it just doesn't work for me. And Gar says it's a dirty, dark evening, and Tyrone as well. Any from the famous flutes and drums. Got it. This is the eve of the Glasgow parade. Oh well, get pissed with a virtual sash bash. Well, that's Derek Doherty. Derek, do remember to join us tomorrow night because one of our Scottish videographers, Gary and Lisa, have worked very hard together to put together a Scottish 12 programme. So join us here tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. And what you do with vintage beverages after that, I don't care. You can do what you like. Now,
and you were close. You were close with the name of that tune.
Was it close?
Yeah, Ticonderoga.
Is that not what I said? It's close, nearly. Maybe mangled it a little bit. I have to say, I wouldn't ever need to be a bandmaster shouting at the name of that tune, that's for sure. Right, let's move on to James's next clip. He has chosen 2 Foot Marine by, of course, the one and only Drumderg, Loyalists and Keady. This is them in Portadown Defenders Parade in 2018. great there from Dumdurg. Always really strong fluting and a big size of a band out there as well. Definitely looking well. Now, Hubert is asking for Crossbar Young Defenders. Hubert, I don't know the tunes tonight are all picked by James, so I don't know whether they're on. Jennifer has asked me to give a shout out to the Murphy and Carluke, please. I think I've just done that, Jennifer, so there you go. And Mark is watching from a wet Market Hill. I actually had to go and run to one of the windows to see what it was like outside. It's kind of just, you know, it's not raining, but it has been at some point. Edward is watching from very dull Winsford. Thanks for joining us, Edward. We are so glad to have you along. Hopefully you will enjoy our music. And Faye has asked me to give a low out to her Auntie Carol and Uncle Paul and Emma Valley. They watch the show every week, as do we, and they're also big DAB fans. Brilliant. Hopefully they enjoyed that starting tune. I haven't looked. I don't think Deloitte are on the list this evening. I don't think so. I've just scrolled down there looking to see what accordion bands were on. I don't think so, but there will still be plenty of great music. Now, I see a few flutes and drums members joining. Hello, lads. Hey, everyone. They're all watching there. And John has been to the Peppercorn a few times with the lads from the Barrington Club. Oh, do you know something? It's not fancy food by any means, but it is tasty and it is well cooked and it is just lovely. And it's a lovely place as well. The walls are like a library in their own right. You just spend half your time reading the walls, looking at all the stuff on the walls. Now, moving to one of those accordion bands. This is Ballinamallard Accordion playing at Rossnowla in 2018. I see Mr. China has joined us. Fantastic there from the, my head's away with it, from Ballinamallard Accordion. I had to look at the list to see their name and I only said it 5 minutes ago. Playing down there in Rossnowla, it's absolutely beautiful weather. That was a really, really great day. If you've never been to Rosnola, try and get down next year. It's too late for this year, obviously, and there isn't one, but make sure you try and get down next year, especially if it's good weather. If it's bad weather, it's not the best place to be. But anyway, yes, I'm just looking for a person's name there. That's all. And it is Anne. So there was a debate there about whether flags should be flying or not. Somebody was saying, good to see the flags flying. And
I'm definitely on that side. I 100% agree that all flags should be let fly freely.
Conditions, depends on conditions.
Windy conditions, wet conditions, any conditions, the flag should always be let fly free.
Unless the band is playing Respect by a Death by tying flags with black ribbon.
Yeah, that's the only time flags should be furled, if it's as a mark of respect. But people carrying them...
I like seeing them fly. I like, especially if it's a reasonable... But at the times I can understand why they're held in, just purely because it's too windy and all that kind of stuff.
The flag, the memorial flag for Pride of the Main had 2.2 million stitches in it. It was a really, really heavy flag. It's one of the heaviest flags I've ever carried. Big thick pole, and I still let it fly. Wind, rain, hail or shine, and it was, you struggle at times with it. But you might as well show the beauty of the flags off. Especially a lot of the ones with a lot of intricate detail should all be shown off and not held down.
And here endeth the lesson by Sir Roy. That was a lecture and a half.
Now you know why I keep my mic muted.
Robert was saying that we're to stop complaining about the weather because we're all still here. You are right, Robert. We are all above the sod, but that is another story. Jensen is getting a little band fixed before bed. Quite right, Jensen. Your mummy is hoping this will put you off, but you just tell your mummy to let you stay up till the end of it, and then you can see all the bands. But you have to be quiet, and you have to be very, very, very still and watch all the bands. And Darcy Todd, now your daddy has asked me to tell you it's bedtime. However, will you make me a wee promise, Darcy? Will you promise to sit nice and quietly and to watch all the bands so that your mummy and daddy can watch them as well? And then you can go to bed. Would that do?
No, they have to be up and down, jumping and dancing and singing along with the music. Yes.
See it too. And I'm also to give a shout out to Alfie and Seth who are watching as well. Hiya, guys. Hope you all enjoy the bands, and I hope you all are going to be future band members. Absolutely. Yeah, I think that was all of them. Say happy birthday to Alan Church. We will indeed. I'll put his name down now, so that I get them for his birthdays. Any other birthdays, let us know so that we can include them all at the same time. Now, Anne had been looking for us. She said, rip up the sash. I wasn't too sure whether that was in a good way or a bad way. I know, Trevor, I'm proud of the main sneaking in again. He never misses an opportunity to mention them. And Darren Barrett has asked for the sash. So this should please both of you. Slightly different arrangement of the sash. This is Ballyvey Flute Band playing at the Festival of Marching Bands in 2013. My goodness. It doesn't seem like that long ago since those events were all going on. But this is Ballyvey playing the sash and Derry's Waltz. I can't hear the music, Roy, for whatever reason. No, I'm not able to tell when it's finished or not. Oh my goodness, I've just seen a clip of the the conductor. Richard says that's Willie John Heaney. Is that Willie John leads More Young Defenders, I want to say? I think it is. Ballyvale, brilliant there. Robert is saying that Ulster Bands Forum should organise a show when it's safe to do so. Robert, I'll let you into me clip. Who do you think organised those shows? Those were the Ulster Bands Forum. Now, let's see. Blood's starting to boil there, and Samuel Martin and Ian William McFarlane wants you to give us a go on that bass. Ballyvale were excellent there. I've watched the clip before and really, really enjoyed it. Just want to give a wee shout out to Joel Jackson. Joel is doing a raffle. They are £2 a number, and it's a big hamper of nibbles and drinks. And Roy's going to put this picture up on screen. The money gets split 2 ways to suicide awareness and Light of Foot. Light of Foot is, of course, a charity very, very close to Roy and I's heart, because it is a charity for marching bands. My wee doggy there. And we're both involved in that there. So anyone wants to buy a number, contact Joel Jackson through the show, through private message. So what we'll do is, Joel, if you post that onto the Ulster Bands Forum Facebook page, and then we'll share it so that everyone can see it as well. Now,
there's the pictures now up to Valley's right hand side, and there's things like Strongbow, there's gin, there's Pringles, there's Lynx, there's Budweiser, Coors Light. There's loads of stuff in there.
Yeah, Richard has confirmed that what that is the Willie John. I never knew his last name. I just knew him as Willie John. So I sort of put 2 and 2 together there. Now, where are we going to next? Another band from out round the border counties this time. So Brian and all you guys, Alan, will be all pleased tonight. This is Macrory playing Dolly's Bray. Another good choice of tune here, James. And this is them at the Ballymockham Purple Guards show in 2018. Struggling dog that kind of got up onto my knee. I don't know who's more exhausted from the attempt, me or him. Albert says, welcome from Newton Ards. Lush. You're calling me a lush, Albert. Look at it tonight again. My goodness. Evening all from Dover. That's Teal. Welcome. Great to have you back again. Anne wants to know, could I say, please say hello to my sister Mabel Graham in Lisburn. Well, you've actually wrote Lilburn. Is it Lilburn or Lisburn? Is that a typo or is it right enough?
Valerie,
yes.
Is that the same Lucasade bottle that you were pouring the gin into before the show?
Don't you lie, wrong pig. Don't you lie. Courtney wants to know, are we stopping the virtual band parade when the band season ends, or we continue through the winter months? Well, we'd always ever set this up, Courtney, and someone else actually asked that during the week in private messenger. Could we keep going? The thing about it is that we started this to fill the void of the band parade. So we'd always said when the band parade started again, then that we would stop. And the thing about it is that when the band parade started, guess where Roy and I are going to be? we're not going to be sitting in our houses. We're going to be at the band parades. And to be honest, whenever the winter months come along, I don't know. There's so many indoor events that I wouldn't want to be keeping people in the house watching me and Roy flapping away and not being out at indoor events. But we'll see. We'll play it by ear. How's that? Like, if there's enough of you wanting it to carry on in the winter, we'll see what we can do. Albert, he is not right. It is honestly pure. Look, you can see there in the bottom of the ball. Now, where are we going to next? Oh my goodness, you lot are being spoilt this evening down that way. This is Killyleagh Silver Band playing at Benburb's BB Parade in 2017. We cut short there. Oh, I wonder is it YouTube playing Silly Beggars tonight, or is it just a short clip? So where are we at with our text? Great one from Newton Butler District. Albert says he's 49 years married today and he's not a mug. Congratulations. Happy anniversary, Albert. Is your wife's medal coming in the post this year, or are they going to wait till next year to give her the medal? Because by God, she deserves a medal being married to you for 49 years. Happy anniversary to you both. William is asking for some young loyalists. Pollock from Glasgow. And also, hello to George Hunter, and that is from Ronnie in Portrush. So let's go to James's next choice. All our tunes tonight have been chosen by James Johnson of Marching Bands Video. And as always, with all of our YouTubers and our videographers, please do go onto their channels and give them a wee like and subscribe and support them, because without them, this wouldn't be possible. But also, they spend hours and hours and hours doing this work. And yes, I did say that way. So you can all start slagging the way I say hours. Hours in the shires. So next up is Pride of the Orange and Blue. We haven't had them on for a little while. This is them playing Working Man. I know this is a favourite of my mum's. And this is them at the Relief of Derry Parade in 2019. Man. I know this is a favourite of my mum's, and this is them. Niall said he got all excited there when he thought it was Pride of the May, and there are an awful lot of bands in Northern Ireland and over in Scotland that begin with Pride of, so don't panic. James did very well to avoid them this evening. I have to say that I'm getting very disappointed. All of you guest videographers and people guesting and picking the tunes, you haven't put Balrasheen on them once, so it's about time I was back so I could get them back on again, because I haven't had a Balrasheen fix for ages and it's just not good enough. So tell me what all you are going to be doing on the 12th day. So now that, I'm really delighted to see that the Orange Order have come out and said that they are, they're supporting what the bands are doing, the whole idea of bringing music to you at home. So if there's a band playing locally in your estate, make sure you stay in your own garden. Do not follow the band. Do not congregate around the band. Keep the band out of trouble, because we don't want to give anyone else who might have been congregating in large numbers over the last few days, we don't want to let them off the hook, because they don't need to be let off the hook. So therefore, we just stick to ourselves, keep ourselves right, keep our distancing, and leave them dangling on the hook, because it's a very big hook they're on at the minute. Now, is that Ballymena or North Ballymena? Oh, my dad has no internet, so I'm holding my phone up close to his to listen to it. He's the band poll leader for Ballycraigie Old Boys. Oh, Tracy, that is so lovely. Funny, those are the ones that I feel the sorriest for is the older generation who don't have internet, who can't do things like this here, and maybe come to a Friday and Saturday night. That was their entertainment for the evening, was going out to watch a band parade. So, they'll be really missing it. And I feel sorry for them as well, particularly in rural areas. If there's nothing going on out around them on the 12th, but hopefully there'll be enough small things out around the place. Karen says she's having a barbecue and drinks and decorating the garden. My garden will be more decorated this year than it ever is any year before. Paul Elliott has asked for Bonnywood Green by Drumderg. Paul, you missed Drumderg. They were about 3 or 4 bands ago. You missed them. They were playing Two Foot Marine. So you've just missed them. Loved your request for young Dara there for his 40th birthday on the radio the other day, especially as he's such a big Liverpool fan. Not. Hi to China says there's only one Protestant boys.
That's what my comment was about. Whenever China said there's only one Protestant boys, I went North Ballymena or Ballymena.
No, there's only one Protestant flute band, and that's Balrasheen. I'm sorry, I don't care what you all say. Where are we going to now?
Balrasheen got Protestant in their name.
Sorry?
Has Balrasheen got Protestant in their name?
Balrasheen's full name is the Balrasheen Protestant Flute Band. It's on a big drum.
It doesn't say boys though.
It doesn't say boys because they're all men. Manly men. The other night, somebody was asking for a band from Larne. James must have been psychic because here is Cairncastle Flip Band at their own parade playing Game of Thrones. Now, Niall, I am guessing that drummer at the front right's a good-looking fella. I'm guessing that might be you by some chance. Would I be right? We'll have to rewind the video so we can all give our points out of 10. We'll all be sitting here with cards. Tracy, it didn't click on me whenever you said about your dad being the bell puller for Ballycraigie Old Boys that it's Stinger. Of course, everybody knows Stinger. We've featured quite a few of his clips of him strutting his stuff here on the show, and Jensen is a huge fan, his mum says, and he does the dinger dance. And Jensen is he's in Donemana flutes and drums. So there you go, Dinger. You are influence the next generation of band pullers. Robert says some trout to have a hook in her mouth. We'll not even mention the name, Miss Piggy. And I've never seen so many nationalists and Republicans looking forward to the 12th just in the hopes that we mess up. Shagleen, you are totally right. Let's not do it. Let's not give them satisfaction. Ian says hello to my mum, Rosaline Kennedy. She's missing the band parades but loves listening into your show. Well, hi, Rosaline. We are so glad that you enjoy it. Stay with us, and we'll try and get this period of no band parades in as quickly as we can, and then we'll get back to being on the road. It's really great to see loads of bands actually planning parades for August and September. And if the restrictions keep getting lifted in the way that they're doing, that should be not a problem. We should be good for that one there. Now, let's see. There was someone else I saw a request for. It was for Betty Parkinson said, could I say hello to your mum, Anne Gordon, who's not so well at the moment. She's played the accordion in Rosslea accordion band for approximately 60 years. 60 years, my goodness. Anne, you are a martyr to the cause. My goodness, looking around an accordion for 60 years.
Nearly as long as you've been playing it.
Well, I hope you feel better soon, Anne. I hope it's nothing too serious, and I hope that you're back on form again for the 12th, because I would imagine you'll probably be doing something down there with Rosslea accordion. Niall McCauley gave a cheeky wee wave to the camera. Is that who it was at the beginning? I saw somebody giving a wee wave at the beginning. And let's Let me just see. Can I please play some Monkstown YCV? YCV, that John China gets his way all the time. He does not, Shirley. He just thinks he gets his way. I am on commission. I have to be on commission, China. I have to be on commission. The number of people that are buying out of your shop because of my recommendations. I was even doing it the other day with my flag. I put a photograph of my flag up and was telling everyone where I'd got it. So hopefully there's more of them coming to buy stuff of you. Speaking about the peppercorn earlier on, China has promised me that when this is all over, he's going to buy me a fry out of the peppercorn. So if you all happen to be there on the same day, he might be, all this profit he's making for the 12th, he might lose it. Is that right, China? Craigenny Accordion Band will be visiting the Spillman, Bushmills and several old folks with their houses who are associated with band members and the lodge down there in Craigenny. Isn't that fantastic? Well done, Jennifer, and the folks there in Craigenny. Keith says he's doing a bit of entertaining in the garden, a marching band, flute, concert flute, tin whistles, drums, etc., with another good pal on here in Oma, and the big speaker will be stimming out the sounds. Is that on the 12th day, Keith? That would be really good to hear. Do you think should I get the accordion out in the garden? No. Pride of the Band, as far as I'm aware, are parading at the local estate. Again, everybody stay in your houses. If you see a band, stay in your gardens. Do not follow the bands. Keep the bands out of trouble. And hopefully I'll be able to go live if I can get a wee shot of them at all. Ruth Watson thinks Niall Macaulay is a good-looking man. Michelle says, do you think this is some sort of blind date or dating service like Tinder, swipe right or whatever? Gillian Douglas, Dad says that the band is a big outfit and says it's great. The young ones are carrying on the traditions. There you go, Jensen. That is for you. Loads and loads. Could the Pups and I request the tune Marching On Together by any flute band? Do keep, that's from Sam Dixon, and the Pups can't wait to see Sirius and Ashy out for the first times on parade. And they are, you know, they're, I don't know how you're going to get them used to the sound, Sam, but I know you'll have some way of doing so. And hopefully they're listening tonight. Hiya, Sirius. Hiya, Ashy. Hiya. Watching all your videos. Matt, it's bad when you're watching videos of dogs on Facebook. Really, really, really bad. Now, Keith Aston, yeah, Keith says it's the 12th in Oma. So if anybody is in Oma and lives close to Keith, get a wee video. If you're doing anything 12th day, take photographs, send me videos. Just let us know what you're doing so that we can share them with everyone else. Do keep putting in the requests for different bands and so on. If we may not be able to play them tonight, but we will absolutely, and we always do, we go through all of the comments. So I haven't done it for 2 or 3 shows, so I have a lot to catch up on. But we always do it, and we go through and we make sure that we include them in some of the future shows. It might take a few weeks, but we always can get round to them. So the Road Flute Band are parading in the town, so that'll be in Limavady on the 12th. Do let us know if you know of any other bands around the area. So again, when you see the band, make sure you're adhering to social distancing. Don't follow the band. Diane, do you mean the Monday or the Sunday, the 12th, or the 12th on the 13th? Let us know. Let us know if you know of any bands out and about there at all. Black Skull, Orange and Blue are up next. A couple of weeks since we've had them on, playing a wonderful tune called Sweet Boy Inside, and this is them at the Black Saturday in 2019 in Ballygowan. Great picking there, James. Lovely tune. Absolutely lovely. Gillian's band, Gillian says it's a brilliant band. Her brother and nephew are both in that there. And I've just noticed my sister says that she thinks there's a band at the nursing home. So that is literally just up the road. So my next question is, why are you sitting in the house and not down there taking a video of them and then posting it on Facebook? Now, again, seeing more numbers of bands and so on coming out on the 12th day. It is really, really, really important. And I'm going to sound like a broken record, but it's for the band's good, okay? So think of this as doing a favour for the band. They are coming out. They are bringing the music to you. You do not follow the bands, okay? So if the band is in your estate, listen to them when they're out around your house. Let's stay in your garden. Do not follow them. Do not let your kids follow. That is so vitally important, okay? I'm going to sound like a cracked record from now to the 12th, but I can't stress how important that is, okay? Now, we haven't had a pipe band. This is a pipe band that we haven't had on before, so great picking, James. This is the Battle Hill Pipe Band, and they are playing at the Tandragee Band Tattoo in 2019. Brilliant there from Battle Hill. Not a pipe band that I have heard of too often before. We definitely haven't done them on the show yet. So James, great picking there and really, really good playing. I always thought I wanted to do one of those, you know, the twirling things. I think I'd be good at that. Probably would knock myself a time or two on the head, but I still think I would like to give it a go. Now, where are we going to next? Funny, I was watching a video of this band earlier on today, and I was watching, it's actually from Glasgow, where their band Polar, and I do know his name. Oh my goodness, and it's just slipped my head here, but he actually gets over the arch in Glasgow. It's just a pity there's not a lot of music, you know, because there's a lot of it, the band just marking time and it doesn't do a full tune. Otherwise we could show on the show because it's a great feat. So this is Donemana playing A Long Way to Tipperary and Pack Up Your Troubles. Brilliant there from Donemana. I know I've said it before, but they have the tallest row of back fluters I have ever seen. Like, you know, you're standing, they're just so tall. Now, a couple of comments that I want to pick up. Craig Curry says that over 100 bands have been giving the go-ahead province-wide for the 13th. Brilliant to hear those numbers, and I'm sure there will be more. Just a point of correction, the Parades Commission do not have the right to say we are to allow us to parades. We are only giving them notification that we are going to parade, and then they can say whether they're going to put any restrictions on it. The Attorney General has confirmed that they do not have the right to stop us having a parade, which is brilliant. Now, Morris Work asks, what is the hardest to play, the 5-row or the button, or the 5-row button, or the piano key accordion, just to settle a wee debate? Well, Morris, playing both of them, as I do, I can say that the hardest to play is actually the piano accordion, which sounds really strange because you think of so many people that play the piano accordion. But if you're playing it correctly, the piano accordion has a different fingering mechanism for each scale that you play, whereas the 5-row button keyed accordion, actually you just transpose your starting point, but the fingering for each scale is exactly the same every scale. The piano keyed isn't. That is if you're playing them both properly. However, not everyone plays them properly. Not everyone needs to play scales. The 5-row button keyed is also easier for playing runs or for playing chords, because you have multiple options of where the particular note you're looking for is, whereas the piano keyed, you really only have the one place where that A is, or that C sharp, or that E, or whatever it is you're looking for. But the 5-row, you actually have a slightly different choice of where you're going to put your fingers in order to get the chords. Hopefully that answered your question. Maybe more technical than you wanted it to be, but that is the truth. The piano keyed is harder to play than the 5-row. The 5-row just looks scarier because it's got buttons, and people think, oh, where do I start in this here? But once you've got the starting notes, you're absolutely fine. Now, where are we going to next? Brit Flip Band always have an amazing parade on the Thursday before the 12th and will be really missed. Yes, Brit was a fantastic band. I paraded behind them one night in Portadown. Yeah, it was Portadown. It was for the 300th anniversary thing of, I want to say, Luther, the Reformation, and they were superb. It was like, you were just floating down the road. You weren't parading. Hubby says it's great taking requests. He says, can you play a little Shankill Road Defenders? He hasn't heard them in ages. Well, if you consider ages since Wednesday night, Victoria, you're right. He hasn't heard them in ages. Tenor drummer, that's the word I was looking for, Edward, with all the flurry things. And Lisa and Jeff, you're right. Carson Strain is exactly the name that I was looking for. Tim says, great to see Battle Hill Pipe Band on. My dad's cousins are in that band, plus a friend of my dad's. Good, glad to see it. Great picking by James. And where are we going to now? Let me see.
Right, Val, you're going to have to run the show yourself. I'm heading up to Coleraine to listen to Freeman having an open air practice. I
can mean to tell you, you could be running this show yourself for a short echo beginner. So they'll be having the practice in the Sperrin Club out in Concord. Yeah. Really good. Oh, super idea. Super idea.
It's across the road from you. Near enough.
It is indeed. Are the back row fluters in Donemana from Rome because everyone is Italian? Oh, I get it now. Italian. Italian. Yeah, they're all Italians. Took me a second, Ian. Took me a second. Right, where are we going to now? Another accordion band. We haven't had one for a chin or two. This is Knockanann accordion band from County Monaghan, and they are playing at Tully Valens Parade in 2019. That was a wee bit Ulster Scots for you there. Italian. Great player. Nice to hear a wee accordion band that we don't hear too often. And Neil says that's a great parade for the tea and wee buns. Neil is always accused of knowing exactly what parades have the good suppers at them.
Not accused of it. He's just renowned for it. He will find tea and buns no matter where he goes.
I've actually down south there in kind of Monaghan and that there, they do what they call orange picnics. They don't have a parade. They do what they call an orange picnic, which is, and this would worry me, like, I mean, it just goes to show you that if it comes to ever United Ireland, you can forget band parades, because down in County Monaghan, all they're allowed to do is to parade out one gate of a field, down the road, and in the other gate of the field, and then they'll go round it maybe 3 times. So you think the parade is about 3 times the size it actually is, because you see the same band going round and round and round 3 times. There's maybe 20 bands there, but it seems like a parade of 60. But the one thing that I do love about them is that they always have tea and buns afterwards, and everybody that's been at the parade is allowed to come in for tea and buns, which is brilliant, Neil. You'll love it. You'll love it. Absolutely. Now, where are we going to next? We're going to go to Hellhaven Flute Band, who were on the show on Wednesday night as well. And they're playing a song that we could have featured on the show, Bloody Road to the Somme. But this is them playing at Pride of the Birches Parade in 2019. Great there from Hellhaven. Another great band to walk behind. Richard, keep me right there. It was the Luther 500. I knew it was a big number, Richard. I knew it was something to do with the Reformation. I have a head like a sieve. Honest to goodness, I just...
Richard, you know one's value goes past the age of her birthday. She can't count anymore after that. So once she gets past 105, that's it. You can forget it.
I can better tell you, I feel like 105 of these grey hairs. Thank God the hairdressers are opening on Monday, and I have my appointment on Tuesday. I'll be a new woman next week. New woman. Victoria's hubby says, Wednesday feels like a lifetime ago. Doesn't it? Just, my goodness. But I don't know where the weeks are going. I really don't. Tell me this. Is anybody else, I'm Cindy Roy earlier on, is anybody else just really tired all the time? I was saying the other day to my friend, and she was saying she's exactly the same, and she's normally buzzing and full of energy. My hubby's like that. He says he's just constantly knackered. I'm like that. Roy's like that. Is anybody else the same, or is it just us?
Is your husband constantly knackered or just constantly nagged?
God love him. He deserves a medal. Knock none in. Hans said I pronounced it wrong. I pronounced knock none in. There we go. Thank you, Hans. They hold a parade in County Monaghan at their own hall. Always a great night. I think I've played it one night before, Hans. I know I've definitely done drums a couple of times, and I'm sure I've done knock none ins, and I've done another one. Can't remember. Anyway, let's get on to the next band. The next band, Melody Flute Band. This is going to please all the melody enthusiasts. This is Pride of the Ballinran Flute Band at the Derry Day Evening Parade in Moneymore 2019. Superb there. Lovely wee drum solo in the in between the tunes. And of course our good friend Joshua on the drum corps there. And I was just looking there. I think I've spotted Jasmine. Is that her on the second row, second in from the left as we're looking at it? I think it's her. Someone will let us know if I've managed to pick her right. And hello to Sister McCubbin there over in Ayrshire in Scotland. I think I've got that right because it's scrolled away. Scotland, yes, Ayrshire in Scotland. Welcome, sister. And where are we going to tonight? Lots of praise there for Pride of Ballinran. Some people saying they're simply the best, etc. I couldn't comment. I can't show any favoritism unless it's Ballinshane. So we are now going to do the birthdays. So few birthdays for us to celebrate. Alan Church, as I mentioned earlier on, happy birthday to you, and that is from Davy Semple. And also to Willie Fulton for your birthday on Monday, and that is from Wilma Witz, your daughter. And to Lauren Henry from Cookstown, happy 21st, and that is from your grandparents, Maxie and Robert McMenemy. So great to have you all having birthdays, and hopefully you're celebrating as well as you can during this time, and getting ready for the 12th as well. So happy birthday to you all from all of us here at Ulster Bands Forum, and I'm sure everyone watching as well. happy birthday to you all, and anyone else that we've missed that's having their birthday this weekend or next week, or we've just missed it during the week. So on to our next band. Our next band is Upper Falls Protestant Boys, another Protestant Boys, playing Will You Stand. I love that song, Will You Stand. And it is at Ballysullen's Volunteers Parade in 2019. Nice wee short clip there, but I love that song. We'll maybe try and get that on. Maybe try and get that on our Sash Bash show. We'll see. Now, just speaking of the 12th day, we've decided on the time. We are going to run on the 12th day because we know that bands are out in the morning and Roy's getting up to see some bands and all that kind of stuff. So we're going to run from 3 o'clock to 5 o'clock on the 12th day. That'll be the Monday, the 13th. Okay, but it's the 12th day. So we're going to be running from 3 o'clock to 5 o'clock. So what I'm going to do is over the next few days, probably tomorrow, I'm going to just put up just a wee schedule of what we're doing. So we'll have our Scottish 12th parade tomorrow. Then we will have a normal Friday night parade next Friday night. Then we will have our Sash Bash on the Saturday. Then on the Monday, we will have our 12th from 3 to 5. And then on the Tuesday, we're going to do Scarva. And we're just going to do Scarva at 8 o'clock, just the normal time. And because we thought if you're doing something, you'll be doing it during the day. So therefore, the evening is probably the better choice for it. So we'll be 8 o'clock all the rest of the week, except for the 12th day when we'll run 3 to 5. So on to another accordion band. Now, don't let me mangle the name of this one. Ochnagurgan accordion band, who are playing Sweet By and By at Ballymacall Parade in 2019. Do you know, Betty, I was going to say you took the words right out of my mouth, but you typed exactly what I was thinking. Only 9 accordions there and sounding fantastic. Drum major is going excellently there. Still playing up my other screen. Obviously pipe band background there, but playing really, really well. Just notice there, Sylvia, welcome. You are watching from Nottinghamshire. Nearly managed to get it on. And thanks for joining us. We hope that you enjoy your time listening to our wonderful marching bands. Hans is another fantastic band from the borderland, and that was actually James chose all the clips tonight, and that was actually one of James's own clips that he was playing there. And I know that Roy has already posted a link to James's YouTube channel in the comments earlier on, so please do go on, give them a like, and watch some of their other videos. I mean, the videos that we post are not the only videos. They're only a small percentage of the videos that all of these guys have on their channels. And at the end of the show, on the credits, when the song's playing, you will see a list of all the videographers whose work we're using. Now, another great band here from the border counties, Braggy Flute Band, and this is them playing in Christ Alone at Carmines Parade in 2019. Great there. Anne saying her sister Elaine used to play in the Lisburn accordion band, Smith Memorial Accordion Band, and probably a few weeks ago now, we had an oldies show on which one of the bands was the Smith Memorial Accordion Band, and if I remember correctly, they used to have a female bass drummer as well. Now, a little bit of brass is called for again. This is Points Past Silver, playing at Tullyvallen Parade in 2019. Some of you brass band aficionados who are watching can tell me the name of that march, because I just don't know. That was one of Neil's clips, as you can tell by the tea tent in the corner. Somebody said about the drum major to cheer up. I have to say, it was a bit dur looking there. Neil says the poor child didn't know where to look. He tried to make him smile, but he wasn't happy at all.
So, was it Neil actually holding the camera, or had he sent Elaine off to go and get the tea and buns for him?
I don't know. I'd say he's probably left Elaine with the camera and he's in at the tea and buns. Would that be right, Neil? Hmm? Gordon is watching from Thornton, and Gordon is, of course, you can just see the corner of them here, is the donator of all these wonderful videos. Gordon, they are all pride of place in storage here, and I will slowly get transposing them onto digital, but there is just like a full bookcase here. I could probably turn the camera down around a little bit. You can see there just loads and loads and loads of videos, as high as I can possibly go in that wee corner of this room. And we will thank you so much for donating them. I cannot wait to get bringing them all and sharing them all with you. Even if we're not having the virtual band parades, we'll still be throwing them onto your channel as well. So next we are going to go to Scotland for Broxburn Loyalists. This is them playing Here Lies a Soldier at the pre-parade in 2018. Doesn't say pre-parade of what, but it's pre-parade anyway. And this is Broxburn Loyalists. Lovely there from Broxburn Loyalists. I'm wondering, is that one of the Apprentice Boys parades in April? Pre-parade? Maybe on their way to the parade. I hope everyone knows James, who picked all the clips this evening, has posted saying, glad everyone is enjoying the show tonight. It was not easy deciding on what bands to include, as there are so many good bands in Northern Ireland. Totally right, James. It is so hard to pick, but I think you can tell by the comments that everyone is absolutely loving your choices this evening, and I have to say I have enjoyed every single one of them. People are telling me that's Broxburn wanting to start with their own parade, so thank you for that. Now, they are some fantastic clips, James, and thank you for that there. Roy and I were just talking earlier on before the show started this evening. There is no way on earth I could choose my top 25 tunes, never mind my top 25 bands. It just is totally impossible for me to do. You know, we'd be here all night if we were watching my favourites. It would be a very, very, very long list. Now, we are going to go to another accordion band. Oh, while I was talking to, we were saying there about Neil being at the tea tent. When you hear this, tea and buns after the parade, tuck shop on the right, barbecue on the left. Now we know why there are so many videos from that parade by Roy, or by Lisa, or by Neil.
Third time lucky.
Now we know why there is so many videos of that parade. Oh my goodness. Now, going to another accordion band. This is Derry Fubble Accordion Band playing a very popular march, Officer of the Day, at their own concert in 2017. Great there from Derry Fubble. And I just noticed Hugh Wilkinson has joined us there. Hugh will have enjoyed that accordion band. Long associated with Killicoon Accordion. And it was Hugh's birthday yesterday. So happy birthday, Hugh. I didn't get onto Facebook to wish you happy birthday. So hopefully this will suffice. Down to our last two bands this evening. Don't forget, if you want to watch the whole show, you can do so on repeat or also on the YouTube channel, either or. And they're all there from day one. And this next band is playing number one platoon. And it is Downpatrick Flute Band, Red Hand Defenders Downpatrick, apologies, playing at Money's Lanes Parade in 2018. Great there from Red Hand Defenders. And that just reminds me, Hugh, you missed it, I think it was last weekend. we actually had a short clip of you on playing the Lambeg. I think it was last weekend, Friday or Saturday night anyway. But you'll be able to see it on the repeat. It's great to see you on the Lambeg. Now, we've come to our last tune of tonight. As always, we've run slightly over. If I would talk less and play more, huh? Isn't that what they say? Now, thank you all for joining us. We have enjoyed your company this evening. It's been a great selection of clips there from James. Really, really good. I can't wait to get back choosing a night of clips because I've got so many that I want to play. But thank you, James, for choosing tonight. And of course, don't forget to join us tomorrow night at 8 o'clock when it is our Scottish 12th programme, and it is nothing but Scottish bands, which will be great for those of us who have never managed to get over to a Scottish parade. I've never been to the Scottish 12th. It's something that I want to go to, maybe next year, hopefully next year.
I mean, we might be joined by a special guest tomorrow night.
Oh, yes,
we might be.
Might be.
Not mentioning any names, but we might be. Fingers crossed.
So, last tune for this evening. Thank you all for joining us. Join us again tomorrow night, 8 o'clock. And as they say, keep the flutes to the myth, boys. We're coming to the tune. This is Kilclunny Volunteers.
It was when England's glorious sun in 1688 was overcast with treason's cloud and popery stood elate, that up arose her Protestants, the peasant and the peer, and vowed the chain of perjure James that they would not dainty wear. They sought them out a prudent chief to guide their heart and zeal, to lead them on that victory might bless their flashing steel. And who so fit to guide that host in all its bright array as William, Prince of Orange, ere he landed at Torbay? Then up arose the mighty chief and left his native shore, and rode upon the stormy waves our freedom to restore. Upon his flag was blazoned forth high fluttering o'er the main, that our religion and our laws he ever would maintain. 'Twas then in gallant style he stood upon the vessel's prow, with victory on his flashing sword and wisdom on his brow. And tens of thousands greeted him upon his natal day, when he, our glorious Orange chief, first landed at Torbay. Come, brethren of the Orange bond, a bond ne'er to be riven. Whene'er we give great William's name, a bumper must be given. For if you'd fire a feu de joie to him who victory won, come prime and load and see you get charge into your gun. The eloquence of bumpers full there's nothing can surpass. There's not expresses kindred soul like friendship's social glass. And thus we give our song and toast with 3 times 3 huzzah, the memory of King William and his landing at Torbay. The memory of King William and his landing at Torbay.